14 things we may lose due to the record-breaking heat. 1. Coffee. Minas Gerais, Brazil, is the world's largest coffee-producing state. But by 2050, land suitable for growing coffee could shrink from 70 to 20%. 2. Giant panda. Giant pandas are native to China's mountainous terrain. There are only about 2,000 left in the wild. As the climate warms up, they climb higher. Their habitat is getting smaller and less connected. Pandas can go extinct because they can't breed. 3. Thwaites Glacier. Thwaites Glacier is known as the Doomsday Glacier. At present, it's responsible for a 4% rise in sea level. It can collapse anytime between 5 and 500 years. If it does, we're looking at a 10-foot rise in sea level. That would be disastrous for coastal communities worldwide. 4. Bengal tiger. The Sundarbans is a massive tidal mangrove forest. It's home to the Bengal tiger, which is an endangered species. Rising sea levels are causing the land to shrink. Over the past 30 years, the tiger's population has declined by 50%. By 2070, there won't be a suitable habitat left for these beasts. 5. Colorado River. The Colorado River supplies water for 40 million Americans. It irrigates over 5 million acres of farmland. The river's volume has gone down by 19% since 2000. By 2050, it's expected to drop by 30%. And on and on. 6. Staghorn coral. The Caribbean's waters are home to vast forests of staghorn corals. They provide shelter for marine life. But 70% to 90% of all living coral is expected to disappear in the next 20 years. 7. Baobab trees. Baobab trees can live for up to 3,000 years. But thanks to climate change, they're getting sick or dying. By the end of the century, we could lose more than 40% of their habitat. Mind you, they're a keystone species, so other creatures will suffer the consequences too. 8. Alpine snow. The Alps are Europe's largest mountain range. By the end of the century, they could lose 70% of their snow cover. Without snow, the darker ground absorbs more heat. Plus, snowmelt feeds the rivers, wildlife, and agriculture. 9. Green turtles. Rising seas and storms pose a threat to turtle nests. Additionally, sand temperatures are rising. If the sand is hot and dry, hatchlings are female, and that's causing a decline in male turtles. 10. Monarch butterflies. Droughts, frost, and heat waves are killing milkweed. That's a primary food source for monarch butterflies. Their presence in Mexico alone dropped by 22% between 2021 and 2022. 11. Great Salt Lake. The lake has dropped to record low levels. 70% of its water is now gone. The rest could disappear within the next 5 years. 12. Arctic ice. The Arctic archipelago is changing due to melting ice. Polar bears are struggling to find food. Fjords are not freezing over in the winter, and glaciers are retreating. Before 2050, we might witness an ice-free summer in the Arctic. 13. Pacific walruses. Melting ice is forcing walruses out of the sea and onto land. In northeast Russia, one after another, they climb and then tumble off cliffs. 14. Cities like Amsterdam, New Orleans, Venice, Kolkata, Bangkok, Ho Chi Minh City, Basra, and more. They all might end up underwater